All right, my friends, we have another letter from Eddie the entomologist. So let's see what insect he wants us to study today. Are you ready? It says, Dear EITs, make sure you keep the lid on your jar tight so that your grasshopper doesn't jump out. Okay, time to put your research hats back on. Clues. This insect lives underground. Here's your second clue. This insect obeys the queen. And your third clue, you won't want to invite one to your next picnic. So it's an insect that's underground, obeys a queen, and you don't want them at your picnic. Can you guess what it is? Your friend Eddie. Do you have an idea? Let's see if you're right. Are you ready? There's the insect digging in the dirt. There's that insect eating honey because it loves sweets. And then we can say, hello, ants. So our insect of the day is going to be ants. So let's get ready to do some research about ants. All right, so here is our nonfiction book about ants, and it's written by Emily K. Green. And right from the beginning, you can see we have that table of contents. It's going to tell us what information this book has and where. So let's learn all about ants. Ants are busy insects. Ants can be many colors. Most ants are black, brown, or red. Ants have smooth bodies. Ants have a skinny waist. So if you look really closely, they've got that head, here's their thorax, and then look how skinny their waist is before you get to their abdomen. Ants have antennas. Their antennas bend. Ants use their antennas to touch and smell. All ants have 6 legs, which remember makes them an insect. Each leg has a sharp claw. So they have claws on the end of their legs just like ladybugs to help them hold on. Ants have strong jaws. Look at these jaws. Ants use their jaws to eat. Most ants eat plants or other insects. Ants use their jaws to dig. Most ants dig a nest under the ground. Ants dig tunnels and rooms in their nest. Many ants make a mound on top of their nest. So when you walk by, you can see these huge mounds, and the ants have built that on top of their nest. Ants live in a group called a colony. Every colony has a queen. The queen is bigger than the other ants. So look at the size of the queen compared to the other ants. She's huge. Every colony is only going to have one queen. Ants leave the nest to find food. They walk in a line. Ants work together to carry the food back to the nest. So everything they do together so that the colony will survive. Ants are very strong. They can carry objects that weigh more than they do. Good work. So look at this ant, and then he's carrying this huge leaf on top of it. And here's our glossary. So if we didn't know what antennas, well, we could look up that. It talks about claws, which we talked about with ladybugs. Those are the sharp pinchers at the end. A colony is a group of ants that live together. Ants can live in colonies up to millions of ants together. So they live with so many different ants. An insect is an animal that has a hard body. Most of them have 2 antennas, 6 legs, or 2 or 4 wings. The jaws are those sharp pinchers at the front of the ant's head. And remember the mound? A mound is a pile of sanded dirt that has an opening for an ant's nest. And then the queen is the female ant. The queen is the largest ant in the colony and the only ant that can have young. So she's the only one that lays eggs. And then the waist, remember, was that tiny space in between the thorax and the abdomen of the ant's body. All right, guys, so it's that time where we're going to get to write in our insect journal about ants today. So let's go ahead and connect to Seesaw. All right, and here is your journal entry today for ants. So you can see we're going to label the parts. Now look, it's pointing at that back part of the ant. So what part would that be? Remember? Head, thorax, abdomen. Very good, the abdomen. Then this part is pointing to its head, and this part's pointing to that middle part, which is the thorax. So in this one, they want us to label each body part, okay? And then right down here, you're going to list some facts about ants. So I'm so excited to see what interesting facts you can come up with about ants. Great job, guys. See you later.